Well, good evening, internets. It's me, DP Knudten, for another edition of Bookward Bound, my 301-day journey from I should really do this to done. And what is that done? That done is the creation and publication of a brand new book for 2021 called NONFICTION BRAND, Discovering, Crafting, and Communicating the Completely True, Completely You brand you already are. That's what the book cover looks like because I've already designed it. But I have not written every aspect of the book as yet. And so how am I going to get that book done? I'm going to come down here every single night for 301 consecutive days and actually write this big bad boy of a mammoth task. And you know that old saying about how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time? Well, it's equally true of a mammoth. In this case, every single night, I'm taking a bite out of that mammoth, and I'm chewing it, and I'm getting it done, and moving my book forward so that I will be able to upload it and self-publish it via Amazon's Kindle Direct Publishing platform in January of 2021. Cool, huh? So how am I going to do that? Well, I'm going to be using an application called Scrivener to actually write the book. You know, some nights I'm going to be writing, some nights I'm going to be editing, some nights I'm going to be designing, other nights I'm going to be outlining or mind mapping sections of the book. Tonight, I think I'm going to go back to a section that I started last night called The Birth of Brand. And it looks a little something like this. So first of all, this is an application that's available for macOS, Windows OS, and Linux called Scrivener. And a lot of book writers actually use it to write books because unlike Microsoft Word, which is terrible for writing a full-length book, Scrivener is great because it divides the writing over here into the main window. But then over here, you've got all the sections or chapters of the book. And so you don't have to have individual documents for each chapter, but you can focus on each chapter a little bit at a time. So right now I'm working on this section called Birth of a Brand, and right now you can see it's got a red flag, which means that, hey, David, you haven't written squat for this. Well, actually, I have written some, so I'm going to go first thing and change that flag icon to a yellow flag for, hey, David, you've started this. And I'm going to see where I am and add to it. So last night I was talking about the birth of branding, why brand and word differentiation. That brand not only identified the cow as yours, that physical brand, but also communicated to the market a whole series of qualities about said cow that could command a higher price, that could command a higher price at market. And that's true even today when Kobe steak sells for about $110 a pound, while USD prime black Angus steak costs maybe 10% of that. How is that possible? Because the word brand Kobe is an indicator of quality that has stood the test of time only because has been true to itself and its quality from the very first day it hit the market. Here, need another example. How about new skis? I thought that only real cheese heads, citizens of my home state, Wisconsin, knew of this fantastic bacon and ham smoker. Smoking company. Meat. Well, let's say meat purveyor. Meat purveyor, based in the incredibly small town of Wittenberg. Population. So let's see. This is where I go to Safari. Berg, Wisconsin. It's actually a village. Population 1,000. Village. Population, 081. 2010. Imagine my surprise when perusing the menu at a California pizza kitchen restaurant in Denver, Colorado, and seeing that a pizza not only featured smoked bacon, but proudly touted the fact that it was Newski's smoked bacon. In other words, this wasn't some commodity bacon. It was a premium artisanal bacon worthy of the most persnickety foodies undivided attention. Open some commodity bacon. This one. Another one. This wasn't. It was. Foodies. Undivided attention. And worthy. So valuable to the perceived value of the pizzas. Quality that it was worth mentioning in the very limited space within the California Pizza Kitchen menu. And that's the point. In the world of whatever you do, it's always better to be premium. It's always preferable to be premium rather than commodity. It's always better to be a premium than. It's always preferable to be premium. How about that? It's always preferable to be premium. We'll go with that 5. And I need to shrink that down. And actually, I want to go exactly 4 points. And this is probably going to mess up everything. But for now, I'm going to keep it there. Okay. Fact is, as explained later in the book, or maybe it's not. Hold on. Opportunities on the table. Where's that button? Sphere is flammable. All right, the birth of brand. Newskis. Newskis means wood meets Imagine my surprise. Spawn. Imagine my surprise years after leaving Wisconsin when perusing and seeing that a pizza fact is the two active states in marketing. You are either a premium brand or a commodity product. And if you're a commodity, you are bought for the lowest possible price. But if you're a premium brand, your products, services are purchased at a premium. So what are you? So what are you? Commodity pork belly sold or a premium product. Deserving of a corresponding premium of a corresponding premium price. I know my answer to this question. What's yours? That was a pretty short section. If I get a picture of a branding iron or something, maybe. Now, Wikipedia this is a great place for public domain photos. So if I branding iron right there, and this is a public domain photo, you know what that means. It's a JPEG. It's not terribly big. Dutch K. It's in the public domain, so that's cool. I'll download it. Save image as, or download original file. Save image as, I've got a file on my desktop, book graphics, branding irons. All right, save. Public domain. Let's see if I can find some other photos. Hold on, let me look at that. More details. Public domain, view author information. Right, it just looks like public domain. But anyway, that's a great place for public domain photos. Go to Wikipedia and click on any of their photos. I think all of them are public domain photos. So that's very cool. And we can go over here. Branding iron. Now here's another thing you can do is up here under tools, you can look for usage rights and labeled for reuse. Find one that. All right, here's a Pixabay free photo. See, you can always find it. You can always find a free photo. I tell you, it never fails to amaze me. I want the free photo, and look, I can get it at the best res. Download. I need to join that. What's my username? Crap, I can't remember. I'll figure this out, but log in. Yeah, there we go. And the beautiful thing is it's grayscale, so I don't care. Now, where is it? Branding. Cow. Oh, great. I got a number of them in black and white and color. It's LJ. Ooh, beautiful. I'm going to view it. All right, LJ. Save image as. I'll go. And this is how I keep myself out of trouble. ELLJY. Pixabay. Love it. And since I'm here, which is the best picture? That's not good. Ooh. Oh, that's a paid one. I think that's the best one. What's this LJ again? Skis. Pixabay skis. Free download. View. I go download image as. Save image as. Skis, cowboys. Let's see, cowboys branding. Bingo. Now I got a photo. I'm called branding. That's where I'll put it. Open this. And Cowboys branding. Make sure it's the right one. Yep, it is. And I can drag it right into Pixabay or into Scrivener, which makes it tremendously easy to deal with. I can scale image down to 640 by 426. Okay. And that will hopefully be in the right size. I want to do this as a caption. I want a caption. Effective branding requires real teamwork. And some great looking hats. Ha ha ha, I'm being funny. But sometimes you just gotta be funny. You know what I'm saying? No, is it 3? Yeah, it's 3. And we're gonna hit it with that. And I'll say photo skis Pixabay. Bingo. Okay, so now this is not a terribly long thing, but it's about 1.5 pages maybe, because the photo will take up a significant portion of that. And I am going to hit that with a blue flag, which means I think this section might be done. But it doesn't deserve the green flag of absolute doneness because it hasn't been proved as yet. So I'm going to leave that for now. And I think that's it for tonight because, again, I don't have to work hours on this. I've worked half an hour on this, and that's good enough for me because I've got, let's see, if this is episode 125, I've got 176 left to go. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I'm going to write that down because I always forget which one this is. So that's what did I say? This is 125, 176. So tomorrow will be 126, 175. And I got to keep a running tally on that because I've only got 175 days left to go to get this book actually done. And guess what? I'm not worried about it because I've allotted myself way more than enough time to get this thing done. In fact, I'm hoping to get it done early enough that I can create a companion workbook to go along with it, because this will be the philosophy, conceptual part of it, but then I want to have some worksheets that go with a workbook that can be a companion for it that will really make this a valuable twofer for anybody who wants to build their personal brand. So that's very cool. And I'm getting it done simply because I'm down here on a Friday night when I should be upstairs drinking Costco Kirkland Irish whiskey, which I've already kind of done a little bit of. But I think I might have a little bit more. Well, maybe not tonight, but tomorrow for sure. And that's okay because guess what? You don't have to kill yourself to get a book done. You just have to keep writing it to get the book done. So that's it for me tonight. I'm DP Knudten for the Nonfiction Brand podcast and Bookward Bound, my 301-day journey from I should really do this to done. And that's it for me tonight. I will be back here tomorrow night for episode 126, the 126th consecutive day of actually getting down here and writing this pig of a book, or let's just stick with the same metaphor, this mammoth of a book, one bite at a time. And thank you for helping me do that. Look for the Nonfiction Brand podcast, which this book is definitely an audio companion to. Every week it comes out on Mondays. Any place that you get your podcasts for free, places like Amazon, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, via any of your local applications like Overcast or Stitcher, you name it, you can find it. Just search Nonfiction Brand and you'll likely see my smiling face. Or actually, it looks more like this. And you'll know it's me and the correct podcast. So check that out every Monday. And tomorrow I'll be editing a brand new episode with Jay Bear. I'm really excited about that because I write about him in the book quite extensively. And the podcast, I've already done a little bit of editing to it. And it sounds great. And he's got a lot to say and a really smart guy. And someone I really want to introduce you to if you don't know him already. That's Jay Bear, Baer. For now, I'm DP Knudten for the Nonfiction Brand podcast and also Bookward Bound. I'll be talking to you next time. Theme music, take us on out. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.